Hello, my name is rämsoona, and today we are ranking all the Cult of the Lamp relics. So, as you can see here, I have the S tier to D tier list as being the best and D being the worst, and B just being mediocre. You know that really, you have seen a lot of these ranking videos already, nothing new here. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm looking through the Cult of the Lamp wiki to see the names of the things and the descriptions, what they do. I'm not gonna spoil you like how you get these or the quotes because you can just figure those by yourself. So first we have Eye of Leshy, orbiting eyes that damages enemies on contact. Now I think this is pretty good. Because when I'm running around, of course, when I roll and everything, I want to make damage. So I think this is maybe kinda in between S and A tier. I mean, it's not the best, to be honest. So maybe A tier would be the option for this one. Second, we have Clonex's Hair. Deal damage to all enemies based on the amount of tarot cards you hold. Based on the amount of tarot cards. Now I think like if you have 10 tarot cards, if that's possible, like in some runs, you know, like if you keep going and going, then that's good. But if you just do like I usually do like one run and then I go home to, you know, take care of my followers, then I don't really see this as a good one. But I would think for people who actually run like long ways in the things, I would say this is a B tier. Yeah, it's definitely a B tier for me. And of course, if you disagree, and I know that most of you will, then leave your opinions down in the comments why you think I was wrong to put something in the D tier and the other one in the S tier, and how would your tier system go? I'm very curious to see, and let's create a conversation. Next up we have Blessed Clonex's Hair. Deal damage to all enemies based on the amount of tarot cards you hold. Chance to gain blue hearts. Like the name says, it's just blessed. So I'm like, it's kind of again in the middle of A and B tier. If you run long runs, but then you gain blue hearts. Well, based on the fact that you can get blue hearts, you could get them in like short runs. So I would say this is A tier for me. Like it's not bad. Next, we have Damned Clonex's Hair. Deal damage to all enemies based on the amount of tarot cards you hold, like the other ones. Chance to gain deceased hearts. Like, okay. I think I prefer blue hearts maybe better than disease hearts, even though they do make damage to the enemies. I have no idea. Would I put this in A or B? I think for myself, I'll put this in B tier. Next up, I really like this design because, of course, it has a ram horns, unlike me. We have Calvor's Charm. Calvor, is that how you pronounce it? And it's increased in size. Like, I don't know why would I want that. Like, I don't remember if in the game it's like you increase in size and then enemies hit you like easier, or like what's the deal here? But because of that fact, like if it's like that, then I think it would be C tier. I'm sorry. You have ram horns, but I'm sorry, I just cannot accept the fact that you make me more of a target, you know. And next up we have Laplace Dice. 50% chance to heal a heart or a 50% chance to gain a spirit heart. What is a spirit heart actually? Spirit heart. Oh, there's also the Spirit Heart variation that has golden border and becomes fixed heart during the crusade. Okay, well that's good, I would say. But as a relic, there are much better relics out there. And getting hearts is not that hard. I mean, of course, it's depending on the hardest level you're playing and everything. But just that fact alone, I would say it's B tier for me. Then we have Blessed Laplace Dice. 50% chance to become invincible for 10 seconds or 50% chance to gain a blue heart. Again, I'm not really a fan of the invincible. I mean, of course, it can be good like in a boss fight or something. Now actually that I said that, I'm starting to second guess myself. Well, if I can use it in a boss fight, then it's like A tier, but otherwise B-ish tier, I would say. Also, sorry about the quality of these pictures. I just was lazy and didn't take the high resolution pictures, but it doesn't matter because they're small like this. So then we have Damned Laplace Dice. 50% chance to gain Deceased Heart or 50% chance to deal damage to all enemies. It's it's B, honestly. It's B or C, to be honest. Like, to damage the enemies, well, I can already do that myself. Of course, if there are like a lot of enemies and it's hard, then, you know, then it works, but otherwise, not really. So that's why it's B and not C, in my opinion. Then we have Pick of the Flower. Instantly refill fervor. I don't know. Like, of course, fervor is very good and everything. Of course, people use it. I use it. But honestly, sometimes I forget to use it. And it also depends, like, what kind of, what do I call it? A weapon or something I have. You know, if it's like a missile or something that I'm not really keen to, then it's whatever. I'm not gonna use, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of, you know, with my weapons. But if I have the tentacles, like the 4 tentacles coming out, then this is really good because of course I want to refill it very fast. And again, this can be very good in like a boss fight or something. So I'm debating if it's C or B tier based on the fact that boss fight, you know. That's always my reasoning with this. So maybe I will give it a B tier. Also, yes, I'm using Canva to do my rankings because it's much easier, to be honest, in my opinion at least. Then we have Toe of the Ice Core. And can I just say that freezing all active enemies like this it's literally my favorite perk ever. Like, it's so nice that I can just take a breather to myself. Like, it works with bosses, it works with a lot of enemies, it works with everything. It's God tier, it's S tier, it's even above S tier for me, you know? It's so good. Also, can we take a moment to appreciate these amazing graphics that Cult of the Lamp has? Even with the relics, they are so unique and so nice. Props to the artists and designers there. Thank you. Then we have Seal of the Bishops. Freezes time for a short duration. Again, it's kind of similar actually to the freeze all enemies, so I don't really know. Time for a short period. Well, I think this works with all like environment as well, because I don't remember if the Toe of the Ice Core was like only for enemies, like it says, or was it also for like the environment? Like, if this stamp is for, or seal, I'm sorry, is for like enemies and the environment, then of course S tier. S tier. What can I say? I really like the freezing aspect of the game. Like, even the freezing weapons and ice weapons and stuff like that. I really like those. Then we have Shamrock Skull. Gain 8 seconds of invisibility. Again, this can be really good. Like in a boss battle, when you're about to lose your hearts, you're about to get hit, if you can be fast enough to put this relic in use. But again, I'm not really a fan of invisibility, so I'm like, maybe not. Okay, I guess it's again B tier for me, you know. Like, if you use it nicely and correctly, then it's really powerful. But again, all of these like also depend like how long they recharge, you know. Like, if it's like every room or every run that you do or something, or if you just one time use and then you lose it, then of course that's also a factor. And I don't honestly remember how long I can use this, and the Wikipedia doesn't say anything about it. So I'm just gonna go with the description alone. Remind me in the comments and say if I'm wrong. Then we have Tears of the Vengeful Father. Convert blue hearts to spirit hearts. I think it's good, yeah. But I very rarely get this, I think. At least I haven't run into it. Again, I don't remember having any spirit hearts, so I don't really know what to say about this. Of course, spirit hearts are probably better than blue hearts. Am I right? I actually forgot. But would that make it A tier, B tier? Because I think it will be just like one-time use. Right. And it again solely depends on the fact that do you have blue hearts right now going on? Like, if you don't even have blue hearts and you just do you and you're really good at the game, then it's like, well, I would rather have another relic but in my use, you know? This is hard. Hard to rank this because they depend on so many factors, you know? I guess I'm gonna give it a B tier or maybe C tier. I think B tier, okay? I'm just gonna give everything like B tier at this point. Next up we have Tears of the Merciful Mother. Convert blue hearts into double the amount of disease hearts. Disease hearts, but you can make damage with them. So it's kind of hard to say, to be honest. Okay. I gave it some thought and I'm gonna say it goes to A tier. Anyways, moving on. I don't want to think about it too much because it gets difficult for me to think. Okay, next up we have Hecate's Throat. Increase attack damage for 10 seconds. Again, It depends what I do. Am I in a boss fight? And if the boss fight is really hard, because then it's totally different story. I might just put it 8 here. And again, it also depends on the fact that can I use it like only once? Because if I can use only once in like boss battle, then it's really close to B tier. But because of the fact that I can use it in a boss fight, then I'll put it in A. Okay. Then we have Allah's Teeth. Rain down a storm of lightning upon the non-believers. That's really good in my opinion. Especially like, again, in a boss fight. For example, if I'm in a frog one or the fish one, like calamar or Heket, then using this on the frogs or whatever, it's gonna be so nice. So I'm gonna put it in S tier actually. S tier. And next up we have Blessed Allah's Teeth. Rain down a storm of lightning. Chance to drop blue hearts. Okay. Immediately S tier, immediately. Because it's literally this one, but you get like blue hearts at the same time. It's really useful in a boss fight. So yeah, definitely S tier. In my case at least. And then we have, of course, following the trend, Damned Allah's Teeth. Rain down a storm of lightning. Chance to gain disease hearts. 8 here. Like all of these teeth stuff, they are 8 here because, as I said, boss fight, you know. Then we have Tail of Slither. Poison all active enemies. I think this is good because then they lose like health and everything, you know. I think it's really good. But you could do better, so I'm saying 8 here. Then we have Eye of the Sluthor. How do I pronounce that? I don't know. Orbiting eyes that poison enemies on contact. Again, that's really good. But again, it depends on the fact that how long it lasts. Because if it lasts like 10 seconds or like a couple of rooms, then depends. I would actually put it in like A or S tier, to be honest. Can I just leave it there, honestly? No, I'm gonna just put it S tier. Okay, then. If I can't decide and I'm already thinking about S tier, maybe it's S tier, you know? Then we have Clonex Shoe. Fire 3 projectiles for each equipped tarot card. If you have no tarot cards, fire 2 projectiles. Honestly, it's not that powerful in my opinion. But it's nice that it gives the chance that if you have no tarot cards, then it actually still does something, you know? But I'm not really a fan of projectiles. Like, I don't remember if these are like those small, like, you know, the same ones that you get in the weapon. I'm kind of thinking about putting this in like C tier, honestly, because it's not that amazing, but at the same time it's not that like completely useless. Then we have the Transmorgison. I don't know how to pronounce that either. Turn a random enemy into a critter. It's gonna turn into a squirrel. One random enemy. Okay, that's nice. And as this is our first D tier, it's just kind of useless. Again, if it would work on like a boss, turn the boss into a critter and the boss would be the only enemy there, then that would be amazing. But I'm not sure. Does it work like that? Like, does it work like only like single enemy? That's either way really easy to kill. So I'm saying it's D tier. Of course, if you're trying to kill critters and everything, then up to you. But for me, not really. Then we have Kudai's Toenail. Summon a new curse with an increased level. I think this is okay. Like, this is good, but it can be like any of these things, so I'm kind of like iffy about it, so I'm gonna put it in like B tier. Like, it can be good, but also the randomness is kind of scaring me. What's gonna be? Is it gonna be this one? Turn 2 fucking enemies into 2 critters? No thanks. Then we have Kudai's Fingernail. Summon a new weapon with increased level. I think this is better, but again with the randomness, if it's like already really bad weapon, increased level. Because of the randomness, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Like, again, it's not bad, but it's just scaring me, with the randomness. Then we have Eye of the Firmament. Orbiting eye that mimics any curses cast. Again, with the randomness. So I'm gonna put it with the rest of the random things to B tier. Then we have Shanrue's Charm. Decrease in size. Now I think this is good. Again, if it's like this, but the other way around, that you decrease and enemies hit you like less likely because you're so small, I think it's good. So I will put it in the A tier. Then we have Hits Hangi. So many things I cannot pronounce. Spam bombs across the room. I think this is good. Like, I like the bombs as well. So A tier for me. Then we have Calamar's Ear. Summon an undead follower to help you in crusade. Like, that's good in my opinion. But again, does it affect like the level? Like, if it summons a low level follower, does it matter? Like, do the followers that have more levels do more damage and so on and so on? I'm not sure, but it's nice to always have help, so I'll put it in 8 here. I always use the demons as well. Then we have Thanos, Varag's right fist. For each dead body, summon a mini follower to assist in combat. I think that's cute. That's nice. It's 8 here. Then we have Exorcist finger. Summon a demon to assist in battle. Again, like I said, I like demons. I always use them. So it's 8 here, but the demons as well, because there are so many things that I don't like. There's like 2 or 3 types of demons I like, meaning the ones who like shoot projectiles, attack the enemies, etc, etc. But if some of them just follow me and get me just like hearts that I don't need or are kind of useless, then it's like the randomness 50-50 chance. So I'm gonna put it in B tier, sorry. Like, it's good, but the randomness again scaring me. Then we have Blessed Exorcist Finger. Summon 2 demons to assist in battle. Now, I think this is better because there's most likely a chance that it will be actually a useful demon. So I'm gonna put it in 8 here. Then we have Damned Exorcist Finger. Summon a powerful demon to assist in battle. Now, there are demons that are, in my opinion at least, less useful. So if it's like a demon that fetches you hearts, then they are more powerful. So do they fetch you more hearts is my question. In that case, it can be good. Like, for example, if I use this in a boss battle, I must say this is 8 here, but again, the randomness is still scaring me, especially with this one. If it's like 2 of the same and then I get like 4 hearts when I don't need them, it's like I would rather have you shoot some stuff rather than bring me hearts that I don't currently need, Then we have Turua's Tentacle. Spawn a tentacle that inflicts damage when touched. Okay, so you all know, if you have watched my Call of the Lamp series or if you watch me play it, I love the tentacles. No other reason than that they're powerful and everything. So, of course, this is gonna be S tier for me, personally. Then we have Archive's Powder Box. Use a random relic. Again, the randomness and everything, it's just scaring me. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Of course, it can be good, but it's kind of useless on its own. Why wouldn't just give me one of the better ones? Then, again, following the trend, we have Blessed Archive's Powder Box. Use a random blessed relic. I don't know, just well, depends, because this is good blessed relic and this is A tier. It's kind of like better than these. So with this, I guess I would either put it on C tier or B tier. I'm gonna put it in B tier because it possibly gives me like better relics. Lastly, we have Damned Archive's Powder Box. Use a random damned relic. So again, there are a couple of damned relics that I really prefer and like. So I guess this would also... I guess I would also put it in a like B tier, but I don't have any space. There we go. So far, do you agree with my list? What am I doing wrong here? I mean, it has been a long time since I've actually played this game, and relics are still kind of a new thing to Cult of the Lamp, so I haven't had the time to actually use them all. So maybe my list is also wrong by my own opinion, but what I have seen and what I have read, then based on those facts, I don't really prefer some of these. And I like some of the others. That's just natural. But anyways, now for bonus section, because I noticed while I was reading the Cult of the Lamp Wikipedia about these relics, there are actually unavailable relics. References for these relics were found in the game files but seem to be unobtainable in-game. These were likely cut during development and are left here for posterity. So some relics we could have gotten but didn't make the cut. And now we're seeing why so. Blessed Samurai Skull. Like, we already have Samurai Skull here, that is the basic one. And this is the blessed version of it. So gain 6 seconds of invisibility. It's kind of useless, to be honest. Like, 6 seconds is not a long time. So of course I will put it in C tier, but the invisibility can be nice again in a boss fight. Then we have Damned Samurai Skull. Gain 4 seconds of invisibility and inflict damage when touched. Okay, I think this is same as the other one. Like, it's okay, but it's not amazing. I would prefer something over this, but the inflict damage one is a nice touch. Then we have Beach of Anchorite. Damage all enemies based on how many followers you have. I think this would have actually been nice if you have like really like a lot of, followers. But if you don't, well, I think at that point when you get like relics, you're already kind of like far in the game. So actually, now I think about it, I would actually put this maybe in A tier, honestly. There we go. Then we have a Blessed Beach of the anchorite. Damage all enemies based on how many elderly followers you have. Now, if you actually have a lot of followers, you get a lot of elderly followers as well, but they tend to die really quick, so I think this would be C tier maybe. Then we have Damn the Beats of the Anchorite. Damage all enemies based on how many descending followers you have. Now I think this is D tier, because who the fuck would want like descending followers while you're away just to shit on you? And I don't know, like at least they can be helpful for once in their life, but other than that, like who actually wants to have those in their cult? So yeah, it's D tier. Then we have Clonex Mirror. Destroy all active tarot cards to increase damage dealt. Like I can understand why some of these didn't make the cut. For example, this can be really good, like for example in a boss fight or something, but the tarot cards tend to be better than what the relics actually do and the damage dealt. So I would say it's C tier. It can be useful in some situations, like really rarely. Then we have Blessed Clonex Mirror. Destroy all active tarot cards. Each destroyed card will give half a blue heart. It's okay. It's not the best. Wait, half a blue heart? It makes it D tier actually, because I would rather have my full hearts, and have my tarot cards that might be more useful than the heart itself, and it makes it D tier. Then we have a Damned Clonex Mirror. Destroy all active tarot cards. Each destroyed card will give half a disease heart. Again, same stuff with the blessed one. I just don't get it. It's not very useful to me personally. Then we have Palm of the Anchorite. Gain half a spirit heart per follower. That can be useful, so I can put it in the C tier. Then we have, following the trend, Blessed Palm of Anchorite. Gain half a spirit heart per elderly follower. Again, they tend to die pretty quickly, but maybe I get some of them so I can just use it. So there we go. And it's also it's spirit heart, so maybe it's okay. Then of course we have the Damned Palm of Anchorite. Gain half a spirit heart per descending follower. I think this is probably D tier, because I personally don't want to keep any, the descending followers in my cult. They get just get sacrificed for greater good. Then we have Randomancer's Smoke Bomb. Escape from current room, not able to be used for boss rooms. Like escape from the current room. Like, does it mean like I get to continue, or I go back to my followers or something? Because if that's the case, then I think it would be C tier, because rarely people want to get out of their room. Of course, if you're dying and the other room is like, oh yeah, you get to have some hearts or whatever. I don't know. I don't see the point in this, so it's C tier. Then lastly, we have Nectar of the Crowns. Teleport straight to the boss room if there is one. Like, I think this would be good, because I'm so fucking fed up, always grinding everything. But of course, you can miss some stuff, like some of the things you need, like wood or hearts or whatever, like tarot cards. Like, if you're really, really confident in yourself that you don't need any of those things and you just want straight to the boss room, then I would say it's S tier. But if you want something in between, then it's like A tier. But for me personally, because I like to, do the challenges, it would have been nice to have this so I can just go straight to the boss room and, fuck everything else. So yeah, that's my list for Cult of the Relics. Again, let me know what you think. Share this with friends, ask them what they think. And if you haven't followed me and liked my content, then subscribe for more. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice rest of the evening.